Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to talk about cubes, specifically the best cubes of the year, maybe some not so great cubes of the year. Welcome to the 2024 Cube Awards, the award show where we give the cubes the awards that they deserve. Now, before we get into this, we do have a few rules for this specific type of thing we got going on. First, I must own the puzzle. If I don't own the puzzle, I can't give the puzzle a fair shake, which means it wouldn't be an accurate representation of the puzzle itself. 2, because it's 2024 and it's the 2024 Cube Awards, this puzzle must have released in the year of 2024. Doesn't matter how early or how late in the year, but it had to have come out in 2024. 3, it must be a WCA event. And the reason that we choose that it must be a WCA event is because if we did all twisty puzzles, regardless of whether they're events in the WCA or not, that would give us way too many puzzles. We wouldn't be able to buy as many and give a fair representation to the entire selection of twisty puzzles as a whole. So we're going to limit this down to WCA events. That being said, before we get into the show, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it, and it's going to be awesome continuing to make content for you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the future. But let's get into the 2024 Cube Awards. And the award for the most overrated cube of 2024 goes to the X-Man Spark V2 7x7. And the reason that I chose to give this cube the most overrated award is because I feel like this cube was super hyped up when it was being released, and I just don't think that it lived up to the expectations that we were hoping for with this puzzle. That being said, it's not a bad puzzle, but it doesn't compete with a modded Meilong V2 or the Aofu, which is unfortunate because, again, this puzzle was very hyped up and we were very, very, very excited for this. So a bit of a letdown. I think it was overhyped more so than it needed to be. The Qi M Pro V2 is going to be getting our best budget cube for 3x3 award for 2024. This puzzle has come out recently. I think that it has a lot to offer for beginners and older cubers and more experienced cubers alike. It came out of the gate swinging. I think it's a very good, solid puzzle, and the price tag, even for the most fancy version, is pretty solid, coming in at under $20. And so this has to be, in my eyes, the best budget cube of 2024. You can see more in my review on it on the channel, but let's just say that, yes, I think this is the best budget cube of 2024. Aha! I know what you're thinking. I know I said they must be WCA events. Well, this category is the exception, and I gave the exception to this because we have been seeing bigger and bigger and bigger magnetic speed cubes coming out, and honestly, the best big cube release would have to be cubes that are already getting awards in other categories. So I was like, why not? Let's give the Qi M 9x9 ball core an award. It is a very, very nice big cube. They came out of left field with this, and it is definitely, it's so good. It's quite small, it turns really well, magnet strength is great. This puzzle, in my eyes, is the best big cube release of 2024, and I think that, yes, although it's not a WCA event, I wanted to stick it in here. And again, the cubes that would go in this category are getting other awards, so we had to find something, and this is a puzzle I own and enjoy and would recommend to everybody if they're looking to get into cubes bigger than 7x7. So yes, this gets the best big cube of 2024 award. Alrighty, for the best non-cube release, we have the GAN UV Maglev Megaminx. When I was thinking about non-cube events for WCA, I really couldn't think of anything crazy that happened this year, other than this Megaminx being released. At least nothing else that was quite notable. This puzzle is very good. It's very good Megaminx. I really like the way that it feels. It's fast, but not too fast. Magnet strength is great. It's a pretty solid Megaminx. And so because of that, I gave this the best non-cube WCA event award of the year of 2024. And hopefully we get to see more non-cube hardware next year in 2025, as we've seen a lot of cube hardware this year. But yes, I would give the GAN UV Maglev Megaminx. Although expensive, it is a very good puzzle. And again, yeah, I think it's the best non-cube of 2024. And sure, some people might like to argue that the new Blue Chi clock, but I personally don't like the new magnet scheme, and that's just me, so I went with this one. Next, we have the best 3x3 award, and this I had a tie between the Diane Zanchi Pro V5 and the TV4, because I think both of these cubes are very, very solid puzzles, and I very much like them. I could not choose between the two. I think that Diane really hit the mark with this puzzle here, and it's got a few different versions with fancy colored plastics inside there. I have the purple one, and it's just very good. Lots of customization settings. Really hit the mark, and there's a lot that I think people can do with this puzzle. Same thing goes for the TV4. This is the long-awaited successor to the TV3. It has better durability than the TV3 had. This is the Pioneer Edition specifically, so it also has a pretty good amount of customization features, and I have used, or I'm currently using, both of these as a main 3x3, and I just think that they were very good releases this year, and very happy with them. So I gave them a tie for the award of best 3x3 of 2024. For the most hyped, but for a good reason, I chose the GAN 5x5 because this puzzle has been revolutionary for the event of 5x5. Not that the times for 5x5 weren't already fast, but we kind of had a 5x5 battle this year. First we had the Hong, and then we had the GAN, and then we had the Aochuang V6, and I think that the GAN just beats everybody out. I personally, as you might know, use the Aochuang V6 as my main, but lately I've been kind of switching back and forth to the GAN. Timon Koleshinsky has been busting his own records with this for the 5x5 single, and I think it's only a matter of time before we actually see a sub 30 single on 5x5, and this cube is probably going to be the cube to do it. So for the most hyped cube, I gave this the award because I think that it is very hyped up, and I think that it's hyped up for a good reason. It's a very good puzzle. A lot of people are using it, and it's breaking records, and that's really all there is to it. For the weirdest cube of 2024, we have the YJ MGC EST. This 3x3 is a very odd release from YJ, and I think it's mostly just Moyu trying a bunch of stuff on one of their sub-brands. It has these very interesting shapes here. It's very light. We have a lot of hollow pieces. As you can see, this edge is very, very hollow. It comes with a separate kit to customize it with different parts that you can put in to change the feeling of the puzzle, but it feels very weird to hold. For some reason, these divots that they added to it make it very odd. It's not a bad puzzle. It's not great either, though, but I think it was definitely a really weird release and not something that we quite expected. And I also think that it was a little bit weird to charge separately for a customization kit. I think that is not so hot. And so, yeah, it was just an odd release in general. And so, yeah, it got the weirdest release of 2024. For best little cube of 2024, we again have a tie because we had some decent puzzles come out for little cubes. For little cubes, let's just say I choose 2 through 4. 2x2, we have the Chi M Pro 2x2. This 2x2 is very underrated. It's a very good puzzle, and although I think the GAN is probably still the best 2x2, that puzzle is not new to 2024, so it cannot win best little cube. Now this 2x2 is, I think, a very, it's a sleeper puzzle. I think that it's got the ability to be a very good 2x2, and so I have chosen to give this one of the 2 for littlest cube, best littlest cube. Next, I chose the Moyu Aosu V7. this 4x4 is pretty good. I think it competes quite well with the VinCube. It's nice and small, very tactile, very nice to turn, and I think you can get some pretty solid times on this. It comes in 3 different versions, the single, double, and triple track. There's a lot of good things about this puzzle, and so for that reason, I had to give it a tie with the Qi M Pro 2x2 for best little cube of 2024. Yep. And of course, the most surprising release has to go to the Fangshin Hudong 3x3. This 3x3 was definitely a surprising release from Fangshin, and surprising in a very good way too. You know, for a company that's not necessarily known for making speed cubes, they came out of left field with this puzzle, and it's actually a very good 3x3. It's a little interesting with the circular centers, although it does have a non-circular base to it on the inside. It's fast, it's customizable, it comes in a few different versions, all of which are, I would consider, affordable, and it was a very good release from them, and I'm kind of excited to see what may come from them in the future in the terms of speed cubes, because they hit the nail right on the head with this one, and surprised us all with a very good release. And so this gets the most surprising release of 2024. And last but not least, we have the least surprising release of 2024, and that is the GAN 15 3x3. And the reason that I chose this as the least surprising release is because GAN has been releasing a new 3x3 every single year around the same time each year, so we kind of saw this one coming from a mile away. It's a good release. I don't think it's as good as the 12, or not as good as the 14 or 13. Or no, it's better than 13 and 14. I'm getting myself all mixed up here. But yes, it is definitely not surprising to us that GAN released this, because again, they do this every single year. So for the least surprising cube of the year, we have the GAN 15. Alrighty guys, I hope that you really enjoyed the 2024 Cube Awards. It was a wonderful year for Cube releases. We got to see a lot of really awesome and cool new hardware come out, and I'm really excited to see where 2025 takes us. We have a lot of things on the horizon, and I think that it is going to be a very good year for us in 2025. If you enjoyed this video, I'd like to please ask you to consider subscribing again, because it really helps out the channel, and it's really important to me that I get to bring you guys good content, and I just really appreciate all of your guys' support as we've continued to grow this channel throughout the year of 2024. I'd like to leave you guys by saying Happy New Year. I hope that you guys meet all of your goals this year in 2025 as it comes up here, and I look to see you there. Peace.